Here's something most women over 50 don't realize. That stiffness in your hips when you get out of bed each morning, those heavy legs after a day of errands, and even that nagging lower back ache could all be connected to one simple thing. I'm your name. And today I'm going to show you a gentle 5-minute stretch that addresses all three of these issues. It's called the butterfly stretch, and while it won't solve every problem, it might just become your new favorite part of the day. No equipment needed, no getting down on the floor if that's difficult for you, and definitely no pretending you're 25 again. Let's dive in. Let me paint a picture that might sound familiar. You wake up in the morning and those first few steps feel like you're walking through molasses. Your hips are tight, your lower back protests, and by evening your legs feel like they're carrying extra weight that wasn't there years ago. Here's what's happening. Those inner thigh muscles, called adductors, have been quietly tightening up on you. Between hours of sitting, natural aging changes, and just the reality of life after 50, these muscles start holding tension. When they're tight, everything else has to compensate, and that's when you start feeling it everywhere else. But here's the good news. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. Today, I'm going to show you the butterfly stretch, modified specifically for women our age, with 3 different versions so you can find what works for your body right now, today. Think of your inner thigh muscles as the foundation of your hip area. When they're flexible and functioning well, everything else has an easier time doing its job. This gentle stretch works on that foundation, and like any good foundation work, the benefits ripple upward. Now, I want to be completely honest with you. This stretch primarily works on muscle flexibility and comfort. If you're dealing with serious medical issues, chronic conditions, or specific concerns like bladder problems, those usually have complex causes that need professional attention. This stretch is about supporting your day-to-day comfort, not replacing medical care. Let me show you 3 ways to do this stretch, and I want you to pick the one that feels right for your body today. Not the one you think you should do, but the one that actually feels doable. This is my personal favorite because it's so accessible. Sit in a sturdy chair, the kind with a back for support. Start with both feet flat on the floor, then lift one ankle and rest it on the opposite knee. You know that figure 4 shape your legs make? Perfect. Now here's the key. Just sit there for a moment and breathe. If it feels comfortable, lean forward slightly from your hips, keeping your back straight. Hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds, then switch legs. If you can comfortably bring both feet up into butterfly position while sitting, go for it. But one leg at a time works beautifully too. Sit on the edge of your bed or a sturdy couch. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out to the sides naturally. Use your hands behind you for support. The beauty of this version is that you're not trying to get anywhere or achieve anything specific. You're just sitting and letting gravity do its gentle work for about a minute or 2. If you feel like adding a tiny bit of movement, you can let your knees make small, gentle motions. Think butterfly wings, not bouncing ball. Only try this if getting up and down from the floor feels manageable for you. Sit with your back against a wall, bring your feet together, and let your knees relax out to the sides. Hold onto your feet or ankles lightly, sit up tall, and just breathe for a minute or 2. Here's what I want you to remember with any version you choose. You should feel a gentle stretch, like a comfortable awakening in those muscles. Never pain, never sharp sensations, never anything that makes you hold your breath or tense up other parts of your body. Start with just 30 seconds to a minute. Your body will tell you if it wants more time, and you can gradually work up to longer holds as it feels right. Now, let's talk about safety, because this is where I need to be very clear with you. This information is educational, not medical advice. Your healthcare team knows your specific situation best, and especially if you have multiple health conditions, you'll want to check with them before starting any new movement routine. Please talk to your doctor first if you have recent hip, knee, or pelvic surgery, any joint replacements, severe arthritis or joint pain, heart conditions or pacemakers, a history of blood clots, balance issues or fall risk, or if you're taking blood-thinning medications. For those of you with hip replacements, this is especially important because certain positions can cause dislocation. Your surgeon will have given you specific guidelines about hip positioning, and those guidelines trump anything I suggest in this video. If you ever feel dizzy when changing positions, stop immediately. This can signal blood pressure changes or circulation issues that deserve medical attention. And here's something I really want to emphasize. If you have multiple specialists caring for you, consider mentioning this stretch to make sure it fits with your overall treatment plan. Sometimes what seems harmless can interact with other treatments in ways we wouldn't expect. Let me set some honest expectations here. Some of you might feel an immediate sense of relief or relaxation after doing this stretch. Others might notice gradual changes in how your hips feel over time. And some of you might try this faithfully for months and not notice much difference at all. All of these outcomes are completely normal. If you do notice changes, they'll likely be subtle things like feeling a bit less stiff when you get up from sitting, or your hips feeling a little more comfortable during daily activities. We're talking about gentle, gradual shifts measured in months, not dramatic changes measured in days. This stretch cannot fix structural problems, replace medical treatment, or address the complex hormonal and physical changes that naturally come with aging. What it might do is help you feel a bit more comfortable in your body on a day-to-day basis. And honestly, sometimes that's enough. Sometimes a little more comfort in our daily movements makes a meaningful difference in how we feel about our bodies and our capabilities. If you decide to try this, here's my suggestion. Start small and be consistent, rather than ambitious and sporadic. Maybe try it 3 times a week for a few weeks and see how your body responds. I've found the best times are often after a warm shower when your muscles are already relaxed, or in the evening as part of winding down for the day. Some women like to do this right before bed because they find it relaxing. Listen to your body day by day. Some days you'll feel stiffer, some days more flexible. That's completely normal and not a reflection of whether you're doing it right or not. If you're already doing physical therapy or other exercises, ask your therapist how this might fit with what you're already doing. Sometimes the best approach is adding one thing at a time rather than overhauling everything at once. The butterfly stretch is a simple, gentle movement that some women find helpful for hip comfort and flexibility. It's not a magic solution, but it might be a pleasant addition to your self-care routine if your healthcare provider agrees it's appropriate for you. The most important things to remember are: start gently and listen to your body, be patient with the process, always prioritize safety over progress, and remember that not every exercise works for every person, and that's perfectly okay. What I love about this stretch is that it's an opportunity to slow down and check in with your body. In our busy lives, we don't often take time to simply sit quietly and notice how we feel. Whether or not this stretch changes your flexibility, that moment of mindful attention to yourself has value. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to try the butterfly stretch for a week and come back to let me know how it felt in the comments below. Your experience might help another woman decide if this is something she wants to try. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more practical wellness content designed specifically for women over 50. Share this with a friend who might appreciate gentle movement options, but remind them to check with their own healthcare providers since everyone's situation is different. Remember, taking care of ourselves isn't about perfection or pushing through discomfort. It's about finding small, sustainable ways to feel a little better in our bodies each day. You deserve that comfort and care. I'll see you next time, where we'll explore more gentle ways to support your health and well-being as we navigate this beautiful stage of life together.